Sup people, now you're probably wondering, what is the Nintendo DS game system that has come out recently with Nintendo? Well, not quite recently, quite a while ago, and you might be thinking, why should I buy one? Now, I'm going to take you through one of these reviews. Now, you might remember some of these reviews you find on YouTube or from any other sites are really crap. Either you can't understand what the person's saying because they can't speak English, or either that, or you just can't see the DS itself, or they just give a really bad description of it. So I'm going to give you a really good review and give you all the visuals, all the things that you can do with a Nintendo DS console, and the surrounding consoles that Nintendo have followed up to the DS. So here we go. Alright, you might remember the last console that Nintendo brought out handheld was the Game Boy Advance Micro. Now this console was quite small and nobody seemed to like it much, and it carried the same normal games that most Game Boy Advance used, or all used. And it came with a similar pouch like this to carry it in because it was so small, and had games like this, for example. Now, as we go over to the latest generation, the games looked kind of like this. Now, you might notice this, it was on Game Boy Advance as well, but it has been stunningly improved, as you can see just by looking at the back of it. And they've actually remade Super Mario Brothers. Now, you can remember this from the old Nintendo consoles, such as NES or the remakes on Game Boy Advance. Well, this is put in the same classical style, but 3D enhancement, as we call it. Now, here is the DS itself. Now, Nintendo have never really been good with the designs, but the Nintendo DS has a great feel to it. It's heavy enough to feel like you got what you paid for, and it looks kind of good. But the kind of retro seams to it makes it sort of less viable. But it comes in the package with a hand strap that can carry it. See, you can see there I'm spinning it around, and when you put it down, it's fine. It's very strong, and just loop it. Alright, see the DS, it comes in many colours: silver, blue, green, red. But when you open it up, you get this, 2 screens. That's what the DS stands for, dual screen. And it has 2 speakers here with around, about 20 holes there, just for maximum sound. And here we have what little rectangles on the side here, which contain the directional buttons, the power button there, the typical Nintendo buttons, A, B, X and Y, and here we have start and select. Now see, here we have the microphone, which is an improved thing that Nintendo have never had before, and which includes some games you can actually talk and interact with your DS games, and some require blowing into for obvious reasons, like blowing up balloons and stuff. It just picks up the sound and puts it right into the game. Now, as we turn it on, we'll have a look. As you can see, it's quite bright. Not as bright as the new DS Lite, which they brought out. Most people criticise this DS because the DS Lite's such an improvement. But most people seem to like what they've got with this DS, as it's the first one and it feels way better. Alright, we have the top screen, which is not touchable. As you can see, it's got a plastic cover. And I forgot to mention that the bottom screen is actually a touch felt screen, which you can use this, the stylus pen, to touch and interact with. Now at the top, as you can see, will not do anything. Here on the startup screen, it's got your calendar, your clock, and all the other status and digital clock and stuff. And here we have the DS cards, so it tells you if any DS cards are inserted. Game Boy cards, so it is compatible with the old games that Nintendo brought out on Game Boy Advance, and it's got an inbuilt communication tool called PictoChat, which most people like to chat with. Unfortunately, you can't chat with people over a long distance because of this is actually wireless, but it only goes up to about 10 meters away. So here you can draw whatever you want with using the stylus on the touch screen, type stuff in, drag it where you want. The world is yours. Now, when we go back to the start screen, you actually edit all this status yourself. See, there's my name there, Holden. It's actually Nat, but that's your nickname. You can actually turn, because it's got a backlit LED screen, you just can turn it off like that. As you can see, it's quite hard to see with the glare of this light, damn thing. But we can turn it back on, yes, and it's quite bright. You can also download other people's games, such as Mario Kart or New Super Mario Brothers, and verse them wirelessly, even if you don't have the game yourself. You just download it from someone else and verse them on that. Not kidding. And you've also got the alarm clock tool, and here is the status editor. You've got your personal status, your screen calibration. I'll just cancel that. The time and date, and any other editings such as where you want your Game Boy Advance games to be viewed, because it only views on one screen, and if you want it to start up straight to the game or on the startup screen, as we've seen here. Now, as we come to a close of our little review of the Nintendo's new DS, as you can see here, it's very nice, sleek but kind of thick look. It's kind of hard to understand, but once you feel it, it feels quite nice. Here's the shoulder buttons here, which are used in some games, and most games revolve around using the touch screen to move editable characters. Now I'm just going to show you the graphics of one of my DS games. Now DS's, unlike the Game Boy games, they don't slot in like they used to. You actually put them in the side and you push them down, and they actually just click in like that and leave it locked in. To get it out again, you just press it in again and it pops out and you can just take it out. And I'm going to show you Mario Kart. As you can hear, it's got quite good sound. I'll turn it up a bit. There we go there, and now I'll show you the touch screen, as it works quite well. Unfortunately, if the touchscreen gets harmed, in some games you might be stuck, but most games just have a other way of controlling your characters by just using the directional buttons. See here, I don't have to press it, I can just move it down. I'll go inverse mode. There's lots of different modes in this game, but I've only got enough time to show you one. There's 36 playable karts. As you can see, the graphics are improved from the actual Nintendo 64, which is amazing. Let's go all that, accept, and we'll go figure 8 circuits. Now, I'm just showing you the graphics here. Probably won't do very good from using one hand. See, as you can see, it's got like an above map there from bird's eye view. You can see the surrounding characters, where each character is coming. You can actually switch that to like a view of the whole level. And the 3D graphics on the top are really good, and that's what people love most about it. So that's basically it for the Nintendo DS review. Thank you, Mr. Brain. And here we come to a close of this review. Hope you enjoyed, and it beats the heck out of all those other lame reviews.